NBA players have shined in the limelight, especially in recent time. All of their money, fame, and parties, it's no wonder why they eventually get to rub elbows with Hollywood's elite. And because of the high status of these NBA stars, some celebrities wouldn't mind having a piece of that sports stardom. That's why we see so many celebrity and NBA couples. Welcome back to Hoop Central. Today we're going to be talking about NBA players that date or have dated celebrities. Number 10. Marko Jaric. It's almost a cliche. Successful sports stars love models almost as much as rock stars do. This was apparent from Marko Jaric, retired Serbian shooting guard for the NBA. He met runway and Victoria's Secret model Adriana Lima, and the two fell in love. The two were a beautiful couple. The pairing was a match made in heaven, and they got married on Valentine's Day in 2009. They then had 2 daughters together. Sadly, like many of the other players that come onto this list, the two got a divorce. It was announced by Lima in 2014 that they were separating, and the divorce was finalized shortly afterwards. Number 9. Tony Parker. A famous pairing involved Tony Parker and actress Eva Longoria. Both are famous in their own fields, Parker being a point guard for the San Antonio Spurs, and Eva Longoria a successful actress. They were not camera shy and were in the public eye for their entire run as a couple. The two met in November of 2004. It was a great beginning, and the two married less than 3 years after they met. They loved each other, but just like any other Hollywood romance, something messed it all up. And in this case, Tony Parker was that something. Longoria discovered a heartbreaking amount of text messages from other women in Parker's phone. There were hundreds. She immediately filed for divorce and restored her maiden name. The two went their separate ways and continued being successful on their own. Number 8. Chris Webber. Retired NBA All-Star Chris Webber had success both on and off the court. With his fame, it's no surprise he was able to rub elbows with some of the big Hollywood stars. His relationship with famous model and actress Tyra Banks was one rooted in rumors and much speculation. While he played for the Sacramento Kings, Banks was consistently seen sitting courtside. This sparked rumors that the two were actually engaged as well. Unfortunately, this star-studded romance faded away after only 6 months, and Tyra Banks was no longer seen courtside. Number 7. Amar'e Stoudemire. Amar'e Stoudemire is an NBA star that has played with teams like the Phoenix Suns and the Miami Heat. And like many other big-name players, Stoudemire opted to go out and date celebrities. In the past, Stoudemire has dated Ciara, singer-songwriter, and Ciara has had her own fair share of athlete exes and even had a baby with Russell Wilson. In 2011, the two met and began dating. Surprisingly, while the two are big names in their respective industries, they kept things low-key. Private relationship between Amar'e and Ciara continued, but Ciara began thinking about settling down with Stoudemire. Shockingly, she found Stoudemire was cheating on her and rightfully broke up with him. Stoudemire then ended up going back to his ex and even proposed to her. Yike! Number 6. Carmelo Anthony. Carmelo Anthony may be an NBA star, but his wife is a TV star. Anthony is married to television personality, businesswoman, and actress Lala Vasquez. Vasquez rose to fame in 2001 when she joined MTV and became a top talent. During Anthony's time with the Denver Nuggets, he started dating Vasquez. The two hit it off well, and on Christmas in 2004, they got engaged. They eventually got married in 2010 in New York. While opposing the title of basketball wife, Lala and Carmelo Anthony's love life has been broadcasted for all to witness on the show Lala's Full Court Life. Happy ending with a television twist. Number 5. Nick Young. Nick Young's nickname is Swaggy P, and with a name like that, you can imagine he'd be the life of the party, both with his teammates and with a few celebrities. Young has played for a few teams. He played for the LA Lakers, the Philadelphia 76ers, the Golden State Warriors, and most recently, the Denver Nuggets. This NBA star has been around and has even attracted a well-known rapper. Nick Young started a relationship with Australian rapper Iggy Azalea. While Hollywood loved how they looked together, the relationship was anything but steady. The couple did love each other, so much so they got engaged. Everything was fine for a couple of months, but then Iggy Azalea very publicly called the engagement off. It started when a rumor began and circulated that there was footage of Young cheating on Azalea with a 19-year-old at a club. Azalea asked for the footage after these rumors spread. She then went on to the Ellen Show to announce that she was in fact ending the engagement and splitting up with Young. She said that she didn't want any controversy around this, but of course, controversy soon followed. Azalea continued to insist that Young was cheating. Their split became more apparent when Young and their engagement ring were nowhere to be found in pictures of Azalea's birthday party. After all the stress and rumors, the couple officially announced their breakup. They became very public with the whole issue via Twitter, with Azalea still mentioning Young's infidelity. She turned out to be correct when rumors were confirmed that Young's ex, who was the mother of his first child, was pregnant with his second child. Yikes. Dealing with a breakup is hard, but having all of your mistakes publicly broadcast to the world? Well, that just added insult to injury. Number 4, Dwyane Wade. Next up, it's a happier story. Dwyane Wade is a household name nowadays. This NBA star plays for the Miami Heat, and he plays well. He had a bit of a bumpy start to his love life, but he eventually was able to settle down. In 2002, Wade married his high school sweetheart, but the two didn't work out. They ended up splitting in 2007 and eventually divorcing in 2010 after a rough court battle. Wade was granted sole custody of his 2 kids, and he also took in one of his nephews. In 2008, Wade met actress Gabrielle Union. In 2013, the pair briefly split, and Wade conceived a child with another woman. Wade and Union got back together at the end of 2013, and they eventually got married in 2014. Now, Dwyane Wade and Gabrielle Union live a happy married life together. The two have 4 children and were recently praised with how they raised them. One of the couple's children, Zaya, came out as transgender. In a public announcement, Wade and Union's acceptance shined through, leading many to applaud the parents and how they love their family. The couple also became role models on how to properly raise children in a loving household, so the kids themselves will grow up to do the same. Now, unlike a lot of other celebrity and NBA couples, this couple is famous for their successful marriage. Many news articles were written about them, making note of how they maintain their love. Of course, it wasn't without difficulty, but that doesn't mean they needed to bring every hardship into the news. Their wholesome story of true love has become an inspiration for many. They prove that celebrity relationships don't always have to be tainted by Hollywood's prying eye. Dwyane Wade and Gabrielle Union are the sweet relief amidst a celebrity dating world. Number 3, Lamar Odom. Lamar Odom is another big name when it comes to the NBA. This 6'10" basketball star was a player on the LA Lakers. Odom's love life became very public once he became associated with the highly popular Kardashian family. Odom met Khloe Kardashian while attending a party for a teammate. The two hit it off quickly, very quickly, and after only a month of dating, Odom and Kardashian got married. The two were in love, but with that relationship came a lot of new fans. Odom became a household name for fans of the Kardashians. He even became one of the main stars in the show Keeping Up with the Kardashians. The wedding itself was shot for an episode, and a spin-off of the two titled Khloe and Lamar began airing. During this time, it seemed as though Lamar Odom had a double life. He was a basketball star and a reality star. The two seemed to have a stable and happy marriage, but the cameras weren't always rolling when trouble hit. For starters, the two only knew each other for a month prior to the wedding, and once they were married, they were constantly followed by cameras, fans, and paparazzi. Odom was suddenly arrested for a DUI, and that's when things went south. Odom was arrested in August 2013, and after his arrest, he refused to submit to a chemical test. Before this incident, there were already rumors spreading that Odom was abusing drugs, and he finally confirmed these worries. He was put into a rehab treatment center, and soon after, his marriage fell apart. Kardashian filed for a divorce, and the papers were signed. Now, you would think that this would help him realize that he needs to get his life back together, but shortly after getting a divorce, he was found unconscious and fell into a coma. Kardashian withdrew her request for the divorce and supported his recovery. Shortly after recovering, Kardashian filed for divorce, this time finalizing it. The drama and relationship was perfect for TV. Number 2, Kris Humphries. There's just something about NBA stars that keep them coming back to the Kardashian clan. Kris Humphries was yet another basketball player that ended up in a serious yet troublesome relationship with a reality star. Humphries has played on 8 teams during his 13-season run. In October of 2010, Humphries began dating Kim Kardashian. As with anyone dating a Kardashian or a Jenner, he became part of the highly popular reality TV show Keeping Up with the Kardashians. The two eventually got engaged in May of 2011 and married in August of 2011. The relationship became highly publicized, with everything the couple doing becoming something for the media to report on. The wedding itself became a 2-part TV special. The special showed everything from the wedding preparation to the ceremony. It was all access. Of course, with very little privacy, stress can build up and endanger a relationship. Kardashian filed for divorce after just an infamous 72 days of marriage. Humphries instead wanted an annulment or legal separation as opposed to a divorce. The whole drama led many rumors to spread, most of them being about how the entire relationship was fabricated just to gather more attention to the reality show. Humphries has opened up about the relationship since the divorce, and he mentioned that he didn't really know what he was getting himself into. He didn't realize how much his life was about to change, since his private love life was being aired on TV for the whole world to gawk at. Humphries also admitted that the love was really there and the relationship was in fact real, but it was just too much to handle when it didn't work and it became public news that it wasn't working. He mentioned that it was embarrassing for his friends and family to find out in such a manner. Maybe he will stay away from the limelight for a bit now. Number 1. J.R. Smith. Earl Joseph Smith, most famously known as J.R. Smith, is a big-time NBA player. He doesn't just love basketball, this guy also loves the limelight. He may have made some mistakes on the court, but off the court, he has some bragging rights. Oh, and he sure does love to brag. First up on his list of celebrity girlfriends was Solange Knowles. Knowles is a talented R&B singer and the sister of extremely famous Beyonce Knowles. The two didn't last too long, only a couple of months, but she was far from the last celebrity that J.R. Smith dated. A few years later, Smith showed the world that NBA players love to party. He was spotted at a club being flirty and close with another famous singer. This time, it was Rihanna. Now, not much was made public, surprisingly, but the media did get to enjoy a bit of an outburst from Rihanna. After the sightings, the two reportedly hooked up, but nothing serious ever happened. Then, Smith started to struggle with his skills on the basketball court. A rant-filled tweet from Rihanna blamed his constant clubbing for his distractions from his games. And this wasn't the last interaction the two had. They've shared a few tweets aimed at each other since that episode, but let's just say they weren't the friendliest tweets. Smith also dated famous model Chanel Iman. Much like the Rihanna relationship, this one didn't get much publicity, and it is reported that the two met and hooked up, but the relationship only lasted about 2 months. Currently, Smith is married to a CEO, Jewel Harris. The two got married in 2016. So does this mark the end of Smith's celebrity relationships? Hopefully, but knowing the past publicized relationships between celebrities and NBA players, we can never know for sure. Also, while you are here, click on one of these videos on your screen, and we'll see you there.